Let's try this again. Uh, I have a question for you. Have you made it plain? Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision down, make it plain so that those that see it can run with it. There's something truly, truly powerful about you writing your vision down. And all of us need to have a vision for our lives, for our businesses, for our marriage, for our children, and it has to be intentional. It just can't be happenstance, which is why you have to write it down. And being an author of 7 books, I can tell you, when you have a thought, it's one thing to just talk. You'll eventually get where you want to go. If you're writing it down, it forces you to make it plain. It forces you to think about what you want to say so that it makes sense in your book. And I love that thought of making it plain, writing the vision down, a vision for your marriage. What does that look like for you? What do you want for your marriage in 50 years? What do you want for your business in 10 years? What do you want for your children? Those visions need to be written down. And I read the other day a man talking about having a grocery list and saying nobody makes a grocery list that says groceries. No, you have specific things that you want to attain at the grocery store, and so you write it down. I need milk. I need salt. We need meat. Whatever it is, you make it plain so that you can pick it up. Nobody makes a vision statement that says, I want to be successful. That's not a vision statement. That's just a good idea. And I often talk to people in life coaching, and they pay me to help them grasp their life. And so I will ask them, what do you want? What do you want out of life? Well, the businessmen will tell me, I want my business to be successful. Okay, what does that look like? Well, it needs to make, X amount of dollars, $1 million in a year. Okay, so if you make $1 million in your business this year, but your wife leaves you because of it, are you successful? Well, no. Well, then success is more than just your business making money. You want to have a good marriage. Do you want your kids to love you? Yes. Well, so we start expanding. We're writing out the vision and making it clear. You don't just want to make money. You want to be successful in your marriage. You want to be successful as a parent. And so writing the vision down is like writing a grocery list. You need to make it plain. And I can't tell you how powerful it is for you to take the time to write your vision down for your marriage, for your children, for yourself, for your business. When you write something down, it takes on a whole new intensity. It's not just ethereal anymore. It's just not out there floating in the ether. It's actually written down where you can look at it. And once you can look at a vision, you can now begin to make steps to make it and help it come to pass. I have a very simple vision. It's basically 3 things. I'm looking at adding a 4th. But let me just tell you my personal vision for myself, what I've written down, what it is my target, what I'm aiming for. And it's going to be real simplistic, so it's much more complex than this when you see it written out, but I'm just going to give you the Reader's Digest version. I want to be healthy. And what I mean by that is spirit, soul, and body. I want to take care of myself so that I can be 100 years old and still working in the kingdom and helping people if they want my help. So I want to be healthy in my physical body, but I want to be healthy in my soul. What good does it do to be healthy physically, but I'm crazy? I'm a drama queen. I want to be healthy in my soul. And obviously, I want to be healthy spiritually. I want my walk with God to reflect in the people that I'm with and I'm around. I want them to take notice that I've been with Jesus, as one scripture says. Second thing, I want my family to know they're first. I've been asked to do a lot of things, and sometimes I turn those things down so that I can be with my family. Because the most important thing for me is my family to know they're number one, that I didn't go win the world, but I was never there for them. I want my wife to know she's number one. I want my kids to know they're number one, that I would do anything for them that would be beneficial to them. So I want my family to know they're first. And I will tell you openly, many times I succeed, many times I fail, but at least I know what I'm aiming at so I can make the adjustments when I look back at last week or yesterday even and I realize I didn't put my family first. I put me first, and I need to be better and work on it today. So I know what I'm aiming at. The other thing is I want to help people for the light to come on. I love that moment when I see somebody go, it's that aha moment that they can make this change in their marriage and fix it, that they can make this change in their life and achieve their goal. I love it when the light comes on. I don't like to just lead people. I like to help people grow. If the people I'm connected to are not growing, I'm not as excited about the leading that I'm doing. I want them to think differently, to be challenged, to look at life a different way. And so those three things are like at the forefront. And you can only do at the most, I would gather, 5 things, major things, and actually get them done. Our problem is we have too many things on our list to do, and we're aiming at nothing and hitting it every day. My grocery list is to be healthy, spirit, soul, and body, for my family to know they're number one, and to help others grow. And I filter everything I do through those 3 things. And so I want to ask you, have you written your vision down? And it's not something you can do in 5 minutes. That's why most people don't do it. But I read a study the other day at one of the Harvard universities, a business class that they have, that the people in their business class who wrote their vision down, the 2 or 3 in every class that wrote it down accomplished more in the years to come than the rest of the class combined. There's something beautiful. God knew what he was doing when he told the author, write the vision down, make it plain so that you can run with it and others who are connected to you can run with it. If your business partners don't know what the vision is, they cannot help you accomplish it. And those things are difficult. It takes introspection. It takes meditating, contemplating, reflecting, and spending time to write that vision down. But I promise you, it is worth the effort. Write the vision down for your marriage. Don't just say, I want a good marriage. What does a good marriage entail? Because good is too ambiguous. And you can take any day and put it in that good if you twist things enough. But if you make it clear what a good marriage is, I need to take my wife out to eat every week, then you can know something specific and you can judge it. You can look at it and measure it. Did I take her out last week? Did we go out this week? Did we go out the week before? You have something to judge it by. So write it down. Make it plain as is possible, as clear as is possible. And because my vision is clear, I'm continually readjusting because what I saw that I wrote down wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Like I used to think what I wanted to do was lead. I wanted to be a leader. But when they put me in charge of something and we got the task accomplished, but nobody grew, nobody was challenged to think at life differently, nobody was encouraged and confirmed that what they were doing was right, if I didn't see those aha moments, then I didn't like that part of leading. And I realized it's not being a leader that I'm after, it's helping other people fulfill their destiny. My great desire is that everybody I'm connected to would go to their grave completely empty, having done everything God asked them to do so they could slide into home plate, beat up, cut up, bruised up, but man, what a ride. They made it to home plate and accomplished everything God gave them to do. They could say, I'm empty. There's nothing in my hands that you gave me to accomplish. I sang the songs you asked me to sing. I wrote the books you asked me to write. I accomplished everything you asked me to do. But to do that, you have to know what it is. And you got to start with the vision. Write it down. You might be able to start with, I want a happy marriage. That's a great start, a joyful marriage. But what does that look like? What is the specifics of that? I want my wife to know she has value in my heart and that she has significance, and I want her to fulfill her God-given role on this planet. I want my wife to know that I value her input. Whatever your vision is, you need to start writing it down, and you can add to it and take away as you realize, well, that's not quite what I was after. Here's what I'm looking for. And I promise you, as you begin to write those things down, something will happen in your heart and in your head that you will begin, even intrinsically, inside, from the inside out, you will begin to make steps to make that thing come to pass because you actually know where you're headed. Most people, their wives are with them or their spouses are with them, and because they have no vision, they're on a bus and they're going a direction, but they don't actually know if it's the direction they want to go. A lot of men have married a woman and asked her to follow him in life, having no idea where the destiny is. You know, if you told your wife we're going to go north, is North Atoka or Alaska? They're both north, but a little bit of clarity would help her to know if she wants to get on that bus with you or not. Your business partners, they need to know, where are we going? If we have the vision written down and it's plain for all to see, then synergism can take place and you can accomplish great things in your marriage, in your business, with your children. It's really, really powerful. So I'm going to challenge you to start this week. Start writing it down. Start out with your marriage. Then talk about your children. Then talk about your business. Talk about your walk with God. Find out what you want to accomplish. Write it down. And as you begin to write it down, you can begin to expand on it, and something beautiful will happen in your heart and in your head. Even your spirit will get excited because you have a kind of grocery list that you can look at now and go, here, I'm not after that. That's not what I want. I don't want that. I want this, because you've written it down, and you can synergize even your time because you're not wasting time doing things that aren't beneficial to fulfilling your vision. You can say no to things so you can say yes to the things that will really help you fulfill your vision. Love y'all so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up and sharing. It's working. Let's see if we can't get to the next level together. Love y'all. See you next week. Let me say hi to a few folks. Tracy, thank you. Rick, Lorena, Wendy, thank you all so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Tracy, love you so much. David, Karen, Gary, love you, Gary. We need to have lunch before very long. Stuart, bless you all so much. See you next week.